Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be using dip powders from Tough Girls. We're going to dive into this really fun kit. It is everything you need to get your nails ready for the holiday season, and I love the packaging and all the attention to detail in the branding. So the first thing in here, it's a little instructional card. It also has a little bit about the company and all their social media platforms. We have some files here in orange wood sticks, and we have that buffer block there as well, which is included in this amazing kit. All right, so we have really awesome colors here. So these colors are screaming traditional holiday colors, and I'm totally loving it. So we're going to be using 3 out of the 4 colors today. The jars are perfect size. They're all sealed individually as well. So we're diving into the first color here. It is a silver glitter. It is beautiful. It is hypnotizing. And we're also going to be using the dip liquids today. I really like the bottles. I like that they're black. I love the branding on them. They also have a bottle stopper. I will say that these liquids that we're using today have a great brush on them. It just really just glides effortlessly over that nail right there. Also, it's of thinner consistency, and they do not have like that harsh dip liquid chemical scent to them, which I prefer. I do not like dip liquids that have a really strong odor to them, so these are really awesome. Also, it is a 2-in-1, so it is your dip base and your dip top coat, so that is also really awesome. So you can order this either directly through the Tough Girls website, which you can find in that description box below, and you can also order from Amazon, which I think is fantastic. So if you are in the market just for dip liquids and you already have your powders and you're good to go, but you are in the market for some new liquids or want to try some liquids, these are definitely a must-have. Now, if you're not into the 2-in-1 dip liquids, they do have a dip base and a dip top coat as well, so that's another option. But I'm telling you right now, it's a game changer to just have like your liquids all in one bottle besides your activator. I really like how these dip powders and the dip liquids perform. So we are diving into this mani here. We're making a set of press-ons and we're dipping into this silver glitter. As you can see, it is very hypnotizing. It has like these really fine, like almost like micro glitters in here that when the light hits it, it gives like the most gorgeous color shifting. It is blinding, it is everything, and it is just a really awesome glitter, and everything is laying very flat onto that nail. I will say these are medium dry time. You can go ahead and dip into that jar or the cupcake liner. I like using a cupcake liner because I have a little bit more room, and then you can go ahead and clean up that cuticle line and gently press everything down, and you are good to go to dust off and then go directly into your second dip. So I really like the dry time of these liquids as well. That's another plus to these, and again, they do not have like that harsh smell, which I cannot use dip liquids that have like a very overbearing smell. All right, so we're going in with that second coat, and you will notice anytime we are going in with a second layer of anything and we're brushing onto that nail with that brush, I do go ahead and wipe the brush off on a paper towel before we go ahead and stick it back into that jar. What that's going to do is that's going to help make your dip liquids last way longer and help prevent any contamination. And now I'm just gently pressing everything down, and check out how sparkly and just how flat everything is laying. It's a combination of how we are applying the dip base right now. We're doing very thin layers. It also helps to get a thin layer because of the viscosity of these dip liquids, and also the dip powders are very, very like finely milled, and the glitter pieces are just ever so like dainty. They're very like micro glitters. So in the end result, with the combination of the dip liquids and the dip powders, everything is laying very flat. And you can see here I am also just gently pressing everything down as well, just to kind of get it where I want it. But we are brushing off, and this green, it's everything. It is a great green to have. Now, just because these colors are silver, red, and then we have this beautiful green, even though we tend to gravitate towards these colors during the holiday season, these are great colors just to have in your collection in general. Valentine's Day is coming up, and those silvers with the red would be everything for Valentine's Day. So you kind of have like the best of both worlds. And then that green paired with the silver would be awesome for St. Patty's Day. So you kind of have a little bit of options here. This is like the kit that's going to get you through the next couple holidays. So we're doing some color blocking here. I am using that 3M medical tape. It is fantastic for color blocking, and I'm just ever so lightly here making sure I am not getting that dip liquid too much on that tape here, and we are just dipping into that green here, and we're going to use all 3 colors today for the color blocking. And these liquids worked fantastic. Spoiler alert for the color blocking. I was super, super impressed. And now we're going to go in again with that second coat here. And when you're doing color blocking, just really take your time and make sure that you are covering that nail completely so you have really awesome full coverage with your layers when you are doing color blocking. And then I'm just going to keep going and just gently pressing everything down. And then that is it for this green sparkly nail here. This green is awesome. It almost looks like it has a little bit of flecks of gold and a little bit of red depending on which way the light hits it, which I think is really pretty. Now here's a true testament to these liquids. I showed you everything in real time. We went in, we dipped, we pressed everything down, we dusted off, and we removed that tape. Now if those liquids were on the slower dry time, you would actually be removing that really awesome color blocking design that we just did. So these liquids are awesome. And again, medium dry time. And you can see here that we are just applying more of that color blocking tape here. And then on the end of the tweezers, it's just a little silicone tool. I like to just rub that on the tape just to make sure it is laying completely flat onto the nail. Now, when you are doing this, not on a press-on, but on your natural nails, this tape works really great as well for color blocking because it is a medical grade tape. So it's really going to adhere well to that skin to give you that really awesome crisp, clean color blocking. And I will say that these powders were really awesome for color blocking based on the quality, and they have that perfect sparkle. Now this kit right here is cram packed full of beautiful sparkles, but Tough Girls also has amazing other dip powders as well with your really awesome vibrant solid colors that you could totally mix and match and pair with these colors in the kit as well. So if you are in the market for another kit that is not necessarily your holiday colors, there's tons of other kits out there. You're gonna find something that you gravitate towards, and these powders are unreal, and that sparkles everything. I really like a good sparkle when it comes to the holiday season. When I think of holidays, I think of glitter, I think of sparkle, and this kit is all that holiday goodness and just makes you feel so sparkly inside. I love it so much. So that silver, it is everything. So if you thought that silver and the green were amazing, wait till you see this red. Now this is a red glitter and it is beautiful. It has like the most beautiful, like very, very fine red glitters mixed in with some smaller pieces, but check out that coverage with that first coat. And that's great coverage with the dip liquids. So normally when you're doing the gel method that you normally see on my channel, we get really awesome coverage. So that right there, that one coat when we did the dip liquids and dipped into that cupcake liner, that was impressive coverage, especially for a glitter and especially for a red. So now we're just going to finish up this red here by going, we're going to just go ahead and brush the entire nail now, all the way from that silver, all the way to the cuticle line here. And we're just going to keep dipping into this beautiful red just to tie in the holiday sparkle to this whole entire nail. So we did a very simple mani today, but yet we have our little statement nail here that just pulled in all the colors together. And overall, it was really fun to do. If you have not tried color blocking, definitely give it a whirl. I do recommend that tape. I've tried color blocking in the past, failed miserably until I switched to that tape because it is everything. Now we are making press-ons today, but the reason why I like to make press-ons on my channel is because I feel like you can really see how a product can perform and you can see if a kit or a color or if the liquids are going to be right for you. So that is one of the reasons why I really enjoy making press-ons, because then you can really see the full impact of the colors. And also, since I do change my nails so often, I really like to have that ability to not only just enjoy it for the moment that we're making this mani, and I like to have the option to wear it again. So that is another reason why I like to make press-ons. Also, the holiday season is coming up, and press-ons are a great way to change up your nail game. You can do so many different shapes. So if you normally rock little shorties, there is nothing wrong with that, but you have like a holiday party coming up and you really just want to just change up your nail game and make a set of press-ons and not commit to like a certain color for so long, press-ons are another option. So right here, I'm admiring how flat everything is laying. I mean, look at that, even that green. I'm just completely mind blown by just the quality of these dip powders paired with the liquids. They're everything. So when it came to filing and buffing, really this is all I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be buffing directly on top because everything was laying so flat. I'm just going to clean up the sidewalls, the free edge, and then I'm just going to gently reshape ever so lightly. But that is all the filing I needed to do, which is amazing. And I do not like filing at all. So the less filing and buffing I can do, the better. All right, so I did the rest of the filing and buffing off camera. So here's what we're working with so far, and I'm completely obsessed with how this turned out. There's just something about these colors, and we have like the different texture with that silver glitter and then the finer glitters with the green and the red. So now before we go in with the top coat, since we filed and buff, we're just gonna seal everything back in here with another layer of activator. We're gonna let that sit for about 45 seconds, and then I'm gonna take a lint-free wipe here and just gently remove any extra activator that may be left behind on the nails. This is a really important step because what's gonna happen if you have any extra activator on that nail and you go directly in with the dip top coat, you could risk contaminating your whole bottle of liquids or hardening your brush. So just keep that in mind when you are using your lint-free wipe. Just make sure you're taking your time to just remove any extra. And also I am going to do the same practice here with the top coat. I'm going to just wipe it off on that paper towel before we go into that bottle again. And now for the first coat, we're just going to do 3 to 4 quick swipes on the nail here, and that's all we're going to do for that first coat. And then the second time we go around with the top coat, we're going to get more precise with our application. This is when you can really take your time and just make sure everything is completely covered. But again, still wipe off that brush on the paper towel. I will say that these dip liquids are definitely more forgiving. I've used them in the past and forgot one time to wipe the brush off on the paper towel, and I did not have any problems. But it's always good practice to just brush off on that paper towel before you stick it in the bottle, because the worst thing ever is trying to do a mani. You're all ready to go and then your liquids are contaminated. Also, we're using glitters, so any glitters that may get on that brush will also help remove them when we wipe on that paper towel. So we're just finishing up here with the last layer of the top coat on the pinky nail. And here's the finished mani. I really like how this mani turned out. It's very simple, but yet we have that holiday sparkle going on here. And it's just an overall really fun kit. Like I said, it's going to get you through that holiday season that we're in right now. You could use that silver and the red for Valentine's Day. That green, it is the perfect St. Patty's Day green. But overall, this kit, in my opinion, is definitely a great option. And you also cannot go wrong with the price point of this kit. So everything that we did use in today's mani can be found in that description box below. Now, if these colors were not your cup of tea, head over to Tough Girls. There's going to be something that catches your eye from the large selection of traditional and semi-cured nail strips. There's beautiful gel polishes, and there's other dip powder kits. There's definitely going to be something that catches your eye. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one.